A year ago, my husband came home and he was looking for me, and I could hear him, but I couldn't speak. I was leaned over the bathroom sink and I was moaning, but he was asking me, "Honey, what's wrong?" And then I lost consciousness. He right away called for 911 and they came and took me to the hospital. The aneurysm had burst, and so they helicoptered me here into Seattle, to Swedish, and that's where I got my treatment from. With the surgery, what they did is they clipped that aneurysm because it had burst. They had to remove a part of my skull to allow the time for the swelling to go down. So I was without a skull in the front of my head for a while. After they took care of my first aneurysm, I came back to do a surgery to replace that part of bone that they took out of my skull. And they noticed another aneurysm on my right side. And the doctor, Dr. Monteith, didn't want to take a chance of it rupturing again. I decided to let him go in there and just clip it. After that surgery, my emotions were going all over the board. I was mad, I was sad, I was depressed, and I couldn't handle it. My next appointment, I got a CT scan again, and they found fluid in my brain. And I think that where the fluid was collecting affected my emotions. And that's when Dr. Monteith says, we'll need to put a shunt in your head. And so there I was again in the OR, having a shunt put into my brain to release the fluid from my brain. The quality of care here at Swedish is exceptional. The people here were very compassionate, and they saw to all my needs. I have a really good neurosurgeon, and the nursing staff were just very attentive. I didn't have any problems. Because I've had to have 4 surgeries, people remembered me when I came back and came up and talked to me and looked at me and said, "God, you look really good." I would just say, "Thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me a second life." And they have just done a very exceptional job. And I'm just thankful that I have a second chance at life.